This simple trick calms you instantly, backed by science. You know that feeling, right? That sudden, creeping wave of pressure. Your heart starts hammering a little too fast. Your chest gets tight, and this static hum of anxiety just floods your brain, making it impossible to focus. It can happen in a meeting, in traffic, or even just sitting on your own couch. It feels like a switch has been flipped inside you, and you are no longer in the driver's seat. What if I told you there's another switch you can flip? A biological reset button your body is already designed to use, one that can stop that entire stress avalanche in its tracks. I'm not going to patronize you by saying, just calm down. Instead, I'm going to show you the single fastest, science-backed breathing technique to instantly signal safety to your nervous system. You'll learn it in the next 30 seconds, and you will feel the difference immediately. Section 1. The hijacking of your nervous system. To get why this trick works so well, you first have to know what's going on inside your body when stress takes over. We're all built with an incredible survival tool, the sympathetic nervous system. Think of it as your body's alarm system, in charge of the famous fight or flight response. When our ancestors faced a real, life-threatening danger, like a saber-toothed tiger, this system would flood the body with adrenaline and cortisol. Your heart would race to pump blood to your muscles. Your breathing would get fast and shallow to oxygenate you for action, and your mind would snap into hyper-alert mode. It was a brilliant system for short-term survival. Here's the problem. Our modern world isn't a savanna. It's a digital jungle of notifications, deadlines, and a 24/7 doom-scroll news cycle. Your brain, bless its heart, doesn't always know the difference between a predator and an angry email from your boss. So that ancient alarm system gets triggered dozens of times a day. Your heart races, your muscles tense up, and your breathing gets short and choppy. But instead of running or fighting, you're just sitting at your desk, stewing in a chemical cocktail meant for a mad dash across the plains. This constant state of fight or flight is exhausting. It leads to burnout, brain fog, and that nagging, low-grade anxiety that so many of us now accept as normal. It feels like we're just passengers on a runaway stress train, but we're not. The secret is understanding that your breath isn't just a result of stress. It can be the cause of your calm. Section 2. Why just breathe is terrible advice. You've probably been told to take a deep breath when you're stressed. And if you're anything like me, you've probably found that advice to be incredibly frustrating. It almost feels like someone is dismissing your anxiety, telling you to just ignore a very real and powerful feeling. So let's be clear. This technique isn't about pretending your problems don't exist. It's about changing your physical state so you can face those problems with a clear head. See, your brain and body are in a constant feedback loop. Your brain spots a threat, and your body hits the panic button. But your brain is also constantly checking in with your body to see if the threat is still there. When your breathing is rapid and shallow, you're sending a non-stop danger signal right back to your brain, keeping that anxiety cycle spinning. We're going to deliberately cut that signal. We're going to use the language of the body to tell the brain, hey, we're safe now. You can stand down. This isn't some psychological mind game. It's a direct, physical intervention. Section 3. The scientific solution. The cyclic sigh. So what is this trick? It's called the cyclic sigh, or the physiological sigh. And the wildest part is, you already do it. Ever noticed yourself letting out a big sigh after finishing a tough task? Or when you finally slump onto the couch after a long day? That little double inhale followed by a long exhale is a natural reflex your body uses to release tension and reset your whole system. We're just going to learn how to do it on purpose. And this isn't just some nice idea. It's backed by serious science from Stanford Medicine. A 2023 study compared different breathing exercises against mindfulness meditation. The results were pretty incredible. The group that practiced cyclic sighing for just 5 minutes a day showed the biggest boost in their mood and the most significant drop in their resting breathing rate. When compared head-to-head, this specific breathing pattern actually did more to improve mood than even mindfulness meditation. The reason it works so well is that it directly targets the machinery of the stress response. Section 4, the science of the sigh, how it works. So what's actually happening inside you when you do a cyclic sigh? 3 critical things. First, you're hitting the brakes on your stress response. You do this by activating something called the vagus nerve. Think of it as the main highway for your rest and digest system, the complete opposite of fight or flight. When you stimulate this nerve, it sends a powerful, calming signal through your body, slowing your heart rate and lowering your blood pressure. And research shows the best way to activate this nerve is with a long, extended exhale, which is exactly how the cyclic sigh ends. Making your exhale longer than your inhale is the fastest way to tap into your body's built-in tranquilizer. Second, you're fixing a problem in your lungs you don't even know you have. Deep in your lungs are millions of tiny air sacs called alveoli. This is where oxygen gets into your blood and carbon dioxide gets out. When you're stressed, your breathing becomes shallow, and many of these little sacs can collapse. When that happens, your lungs become way less efficient. Your body has to work harder to get oxygen, and it struggles to offload CO2, which builds up and adds to that feeling of anxiety and air hunger. The cyclic sigh is the perfect fix. The first deep inhale starts filling the lungs, and then that second little inhale you sneak in on top creates just enough pressure to pop those collapsed alveoli back open, like reinflating thousands of tiny balloons. Suddenly, you have all this surface area back in your lungs. Then, on that long, slow exhale, you are able to dump the maximum amount of carbon dioxide in a single breath. This rapid purge of CO2 is a profound signal of safety to your brainstem. Third, you are consciously taking back control. Remember that feedback loop? A short, shallow breath screams panic. A deep inhale followed by a long, slow exhale tells your brain, in no uncertain terms, that the danger has passed. You are using your conscious control over your breath to send a message of safety straight to the most primitive parts of your brain, completely bypassing all the anxious, looping thoughts. Section 5. Guided practice. Let's feel the shift together. Knowing the science is one thing. Feeling it is everything. So let's do 3 rounds of the cyclic sigh together. Find a comfortable spot, sitting up or lying down. Close your eyes if that feels good. I'll guide you. The pattern is a deep inhale through the nose, another short inhale right at the top, and then a long, slow exhale through your mouth. All right, let's start. First, just let all the air out of your lungs. Now, a deep inhale through your nose, and at the very top, sneak another sip of air in. Now slowly and completely, exhale through your mouth. Just let it all go. Let's do it again. A deep, full inhale through your nose. Fill up your belly, then your chest, and one more little sip in. And a long, slow sigh out through your mouth, letting it all go. One last time. Make this one the best. A deep, deep inhale, as much air as you can get. One more little sip in at the very top. And now, the slowest, longest, most relaxed exhale of your day. Just let it all flow out. Now just sit for a moment. Don't do anything. Section 6. The wow moment and recap. Just notice. Notice that subtle drop in your shoulders. Notice if the frantic chatter in your head has quieted down, even a little. That feeling, that sense of quiet and space, that's the shift. That's your nervous system moving from high alert into rest and digest. You did that. You took back control. The technique, one more time, is simple. 1. A deep inhale through your nose. 2. A second, smaller inhale through the nose without letting go of the first one. 3. A long, complete exhale through your mouth. That's it. That's the physiological sigh. It's always with you, it costs nothing, and it has no side effects. Section 7. From a moment of calm to a life of resilience. While the immediate relief is amazing, the real power comes from doing it consistently. The Stanford study found that people who practiced for just 5 minutes a day saw their mood improve more and more each day. Their bodies literally learned to operate from a more relaxed baseline, which was proven by a lower resting respiratory rate throughout the entire day, not just when they were doing the exercise. Think of it like training a muscle. Every time you do this, you strengthen the neural pathways for calm. You're teaching your body that relaxation is its home base, and the benefits don't stop there. Broader research on various slow breathing practices has shown other incredible long-term benefits, like improvements in working memory and a reduction in errors for professionals in high-stress situations. This isn't just about feeling good, it's about performing better. Section 8. Your new toolkit for modern life. So when do you use this? The answer is anytime you feel that wave of stress start to build. Use it right before you walk into that big meeting or presentation. Use it when you feel your blood pressure rise in traffic. Use it the moment after you read a stressful email, before you even think about replying. Use it when you're lying in bed and your mind won't shut up, to help you drift off to sleep. Use it before a difficult conversation to make sure you walk in grounded and clear-headed. It's your tool for handling stress in the moment, and with daily practice, it becomes a powerful preventative measure that builds your resilience to whatever life throws at you. If you felt that shift just now, that little moment of peace we created together, imagine how many other ways you can learn to work with your own biology, not against it. This is just one of many science-backed tools you can use to master your mind and body. If you're ready to learn more, I'd love for you to subscribe and join our community. And please do me a favor. Let me know in the comments below. How did that first cyclic sigh feel for you? Sharing your experience helps make it real for you and encourages other people to give it a shot. Conclusion. That feeling of being overwhelmed and out of control might be a hallmark of modern life, but it doesn't have to be your reality. You hold within your own body a simple, powerful, and immediate way to reclaim your calm. It's not magic, it's physiology. You are not at the mercy of your stress response. You are the one in control. That power is with you right now, in this very breath. Use it.